Before we start here, I don't want to hear it. I know y'all went to go see 50 Shades of Grey. Marry Me is a brand new 2022 rom-com directed by Kat Coiro, starring Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez. And this is really a long time coming because we haven't had a really good rom-com in a very long time. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with the good. First of all, Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez both are amazing in this movie. They both give very, very good performances. Owen Wilson's just this simple single father. He's a teacher. And Jennifer Lopez is this famous singer, and their worlds cross over when she's about to get married at a live concert. He just happens to be there in the audience with his friend and his daughter, and she finds out that the man she's marrying is cheating, so she picks Owen Wilson out of the crowd and marries him instead. And it's actually a really good story from there on. Originally it was just a publicity stunt, but they start hanging out. They find out they have a lot more in common than they thought they did, and it's just a really, really sweet story. Kind of corny, but it's sweet. And honestly, this movie was a very refreshing movie for the romance genre, because every romance movie now is just some melodramatic, sappy teen drama or some autoerotic Twilight fan fiction like 50 Shades of Grey. You got the After franchise, the Kissing Booth movies. They're your typical teen drama, taking itself way too seriously. This movie, it reminds me of rom-coms from the late 90s and early 2000s, where it's a very corny story. It's got very cheesy dialogue, and that's part of the charm of it, because I haven't seen a romance movie do this in years, and I kind of miss it. So I'm really glad that they're finally doing it again. Other than Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez, really everyone's good in this movie. Maluma, who plays the character Jennifer Lopez was going to marry, he does really good. He's kind of a jerk in this movie, which he plays very well. Sarah Silverman is Owen Wilson's friend. She's really good. Whoever plays Owen Wilson's daughter in this movie, she does a fantastic job as well. I just really love how the story pans out, and every character moment between everyone in this movie. John Bradley, once again, who was also in Moonfall, does a very good job in this movie. He's starting to become one of my favorite actors. I have not seen Game of Thrones, or at least enough Game of Thrones to tell if he was good in that. Either way, he's just a really good actor in my opinion. Owen Wilson, obviously I love him in everything. It's been a hot minute since I've seen him in a movie. Of course he was in Loki last year, but I haven't really seen him in a live action movie since Zoolander 2, which the less said about that, the better. But I really love seeing him in this movie. This is just a very, very fun movie. Moving on to the negative, there's just one tiny thing, and it's a trope for rom-coms that I've never liked and I never will like, and that's the third act disagreement, brief breakup moment that obviously gets resolved near the end. It's just, I was never into that trope. Didn't work then, doesn't work now. That's about it for the bad in here. Moving on to my final thoughts. Marry Me is actually a very, very good movie. It's got a great story, a great cast, great acting, a great soundtrack as well. I really like the soundtrack in this movie. But Marry Me was a very fresh breath of air for the romance genre, and I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. So that was my thoughts on Marry Me. Have you seen this movie? What did you think about it? Let me know down in the comments below what you thought. If you haven't seen it, what's your favorite Owen Wilson movie? What's your favorite Jennifer Lopez movie? What's your favorite rom-com? I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I will see you all next time.